All right, so now let's talk about selling platforms. I have a list here of about 10 different platforms. And, yeah, the list goes on and on and on. There's an endless list of where you could sell, but I'm pulling out the ones that I think are hot and the ones that I think that you should be looking at, depending on which types of products that you're going to sell. Okay. So Etsy, you could sell just about any of the products that we talked about there on Etsy. Canva, I have it closed. That they have their Canva sellers or Canva creator program, and just as of yesterday, I looked and it looked like it was closed. But when I go back today, it looks like they're accepting the application. So I don't know if it is closed or not. But I put that in there anyway, so that you keep an eye on it, because it is one place where people are going to buy, especially a lot of templates. Okay. Social shops, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, they all have commerce shops. And so those are going to be ones that you want to look at. We're going to pop these open in a minute and check out most of these anyways, but I'm just going to run through this list. Okay. Shopify is a platform where you can set up your own shop. Everybody knows about Shopify. It is great for selling your own personalized goods as well. A lot of people think that you just got to go to Etsy. Etsy's the hot place for that. Problem with Etsy is they come to your store, they look at your products, and then they can go shop somewhere else on Etsy and find other people's products, just like they would on Amazon and whatnot. So having it on something like Shopify is really good to keep it siloed just for your products and just for your brand. And then you got Amazon merch. I remember this program was super hot, but super limited on how many people they actually let in there. And it was so hard to get in to become an Amazon merch seller. But now they've made it pretty easy. You have to have a legit business, but you have to have a legit business for all of these nowadays anyways, with the EIN number or your company docs and all of that they need to verify your business. But once you have that, then you can get set up selling on just about any platform. So Amazon merch is good for merch. And then Gumroad is another platform that's kind of like Etsy or Creative Fabrica or Envato. They're mostly digital designs, digital assets for creators that are, creators. They're artists. They're people out there creating one-of-a-kind items. Mostly Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, you'll see a lot of drop shipping. Shopify, you'll see a lot of drop shipping. Amazon merch, it's print on demand. Whereas these other ones, Etsy, Canva, Gumroad, Creative Fabrica, and Envato, they're more strictly digital assets. And so we'll take a look at those here in a minute. And Creative Fabrica, it's really good. A lot of businesses create accounts here. We've had these for our business, just get a lot of assets really quickly, really cheap. You can't make a whole lot of money there. Well, maybe you can, but I don't think that should be your primary place to sell. I think that should be a place just to build a brand and get your products out there and make a name for yourself. Envato, same type of thing. That you can buy anything from them. It's actually a network of different types of products you could sell, but specifically we're going to look at Envato Elements, which is dealing with the digital assets. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to bring over this window and we're going to have a look at these. Okay. So first here is Etsy, and you can see here on Etsy, you have clothing, you have tools. I mean, anything that can be customized is all right here. You could sell it. Literally anything that could be customized, you could sell right here. Now it has to be some sort of custom product. You can't, you can't do drop shipping here. They'll shut you down. You could do drop shipping if it's a custom type product or if it's a customized product. There are ways to do drop shipping. I guess I should make that clear. There are ways to do drop shipping. You just can't do your standard drop shipping with Etsy, or they'll probably shut you down because it's made for handmade goods or created goods, meaning you could have a set. You could buy a kit of different items, some items from here, items from there, items from over here, and then put them together and create a kit and then sell them over on Etsy. So cool things you could do there. But mostly you're going to find these customizations, custom product type things. And that's really where, these tools, these tape measures right here, this is really the type of stuff that I say to focus on is custom products, something that you would normally maybe drop ship as a gift, but now you're adding in a layer of customization. That's where the money's at. Okay. So anyways, Etsy is great for that. You could set up a shop. So if I come over here, just click on, any of these products right here. This is a shop here. I mean, it's, it looks like any other product listing. You have descriptions, you have variants, you have reviews down here. This one has 32,000 reviews, almost 33,000 reviews. A lot of sellers or buyers for this. You also have shop. There's 180 reviews for this item, but 32,000 for this shop. So you have the shops here. Let me see. the Pine Torch. So just go ahead and open that in another tab. And this is her shops. This is all the stuff that she has over here. Blankets, cards, all looks like it's mostly about horoscope type stuff. But yeah, that's Etsy for you. You could have a shop on here. You could sell individual products. So pretty cool there. And then there's Canva Creator, Canva create for marketplaces, create for a marketplace like no other. Become a Canva creator and earn passive income doing what you love. So basically you throw stuff up on the Canva, you become a creator, you put stuff on there. And then as people have Canva Plus or Canva Premium or whatever it would be called, they have access to these premium assets. And then when they come get them, they come claim them, you'll get income from that, or you'll get income from when they buy your sets. And there's other ways you could sell Canva items, but not on Canva. So you could actually sell Canva templates, but not on Canva. Maybe you'll sell it on Shopify and then they come claim it on Canva. So even though, I have on my slides that Canva might be closed, and if you click here, maybe it is closed. No, it looks like it's going to let me do it. It looks like it's going to let me. And I swear just yesterday it said it was closed. So maybe something's changed. So that'd be good for you guys. I would say get in while you can, become a creator, get your account while you can. And that way, if it does close again, if they have too many sellers, then you'll be able to get right in, or you'll already be there. So yeah, Canva is great. But like I said, if you can't get in or if you can't start selling on Canva, don't worry, because you could sell Canva products, Canva templates outside of Canva, and people will just be able to click a link and then the template will be automatically installed inside of their Canva account. So that's pretty cool there. Then you got like these social media shops. I'm not going to go over all three of them, but Meta, which is Facebook, and Instagram, well, specifically Facebook here, Facebook shops, and then also Instagram shops, and also TikTok shops. These are social shops. That was a tongue twister. Meaning that there's shops that they're right on the social media platform. So they don't have to leave Facebook to purchase. Matter of fact, they don't even have to leave Facebook checkout. They check out with Facebook. I think Facebook's actually just changed it a few days ago where you have to use their checkout, I believe. If not already, it's in their pipeline. And that means that people will buy right on side of Facebook. They don't have to go, log into shop. Actually, I think it's shop that they use for checkout. But either way, they don't have to, log into PayPal or go over to Stripe or any of that stuff. It's all within Facebook. It's all contained, and it actually builds a lot of trust. A lot of people trust Facebook for that because they know that they could, refute it and all of that and get their money back. So if they need to, so it's a really good place to sell because it has a lot of trust, and not just the trust aspect. There's a lot of buyers there as well. I mean, Facebook just launched the Threads app, and I think there's like 100 million users already on the Threads app. I mean, that's how fast they're able to grow, and that's how many users they have, where they can just announce something and all of a sudden there's 100 million people over there. Okay, so definitely you want to be selling on Facebook. That'd be the primary shop that I would say to set up. And so you just look for Commerce Manager or Facebook Commerce or whatever. And you can do the same thing for Instagram. You can do the same thing for TikTok. Just walk through the process and follow it. I mean, there's a quick start guide for all of them. All right. And then there's Shopify. Shopify is a well-known platform that we've been using for years. I was one of the first high-volume sellers on Shopify before anybody knew who they were, before they even had Shopify emails. I think it was jadedpixel.com was their old email address. And I love the platform. I use it all the time. I start new stores here. I mean, every year I'm starting a couple stores on Shopify. It's extremely powerful, robust, useful tool. It has everything that you really need. If it doesn't have a feature, there's apps that could do whatever it is that you're looking for. So a cool thing about Shopify is you can start with a free trial, or so they got the 3-day free trial, or if you just Google search, actually right here at the top, it says start a free trial and enjoy 3 months of Shopify for $1 a month. So your first 3 months are for $1. That's all you're going to pay for the first 3 months. Okay. So, worth trying out if you haven't started a store yet, or even if you want to sell on Etsy or Amazon or one of the other platforms that I talk about, I would still say set up a Shopify store so that you have a brand. And when people buy on your Etsy store, they learn about your brand, and they might even Google search your brand to see if you have another store, to see if there's other reviews out there about you. And so by having the Shopify store, it'll catch all of those people and bring them over to your brand. And you don't have to worry about them going to shop anywhere else because they're landing on your website. There are no other sellers on your website. So that's really cool about that. Amazon merch. This is one that I highly recommend if you can get into. They've been closed up for a while, and it used to be hard to get in here, but you can get in here pretty easy. They have print on demand. They have books that you could sell. There's a lot of stuff you could sell, but this is specifically for merch. There's a lot of on demand products that you could sell on Amazon, but cool thing is that they already have a lot of products. Amazon's trusted. It's fast shipping. So when somebody comes over to Amazon, they know they're going to get it fast. They know they could return it. They know that they have, that there's all those trust factors that you're really looking to build. And when you first start a brand, you don't have the trust. Nobody knows who you are. They don't know where you came from. They don't know anything about you. And so by relying on something like Amazon for trust to sell on there, it really helps out a lot. There's Gumroad. Gumroad is kind of like it's like a hidden gem. I mean, it truly is. I mean, a lot of people haven't even heard of Gumroad, but they've been around for so long. I mean, they've been around, I don't know, probably about 10 years now, as a seller's platform. And, the website looks a little tacky, but I think it's because of the genre that they're going after. If you're looking for, I would almost call it the Reddit crowd, right? If you're selling to the Reddit crowd, Gumroad is going to be the place that you want to sell. The youth crowd, alternative crowd, anything like that, Gumroad is the place to go. Okay, now not always. That's not always the case. Anybody could sell here, and you could, we could change any platform, but essentially that is a lot of what's here. All right, so check it out. One cool thing I like about Gumroad is that the way they get you thinking, and I love this graphic right here. I think it's super powerful to really give you the mindset of what I'm trying to teach. I try to keep things simple, right? I the very first time I spoke at one of my own events, we had an event, and instead of coming out in a suit and tie and looking all flashy, I came out with just a plain old T-shirt that said "Keep it simple," right? Or "Kiss, keep it simple, stupid," or silly, or whatever, however you want to say it. But the idea is to keep it simple, and it's something that I've always taught. Since then, the more you complicate things, the less chance you're going to make any money from it, or the harder it is to make money, the longer it takes to make money. But if you simplify things, you get results quick, you get information quick, you build up audiences quick. I mean, there's just so many benefits to it. And again, I love this graphic because, if you're thinking about writing a book, you might put that book off forever. You're like, man, I'll never get to my book. So they tell you, well, start by selling blog posts instead. And don't go sell a book, sell a blog post, right? Start off with the content, article at a time. And as you build up the articles, then you put those together, you compile them together and create a book. And I love that about Gumroad, how they're teaching you that simplicity of selling online. And they have a lot of information here on their blog and a lot of cool stuff that you can learn from them. So even if you sell somewhere else, I would say come over to Gumroad and learn from their sellers here, learn from their blog, watch some videos on YouTube about Gumroad because there's, they've laid a foundation. They've really laid the foundation, and a lot we can learn from them. All right. Creative Fabrica. This is one that I would definitely say get into if you are looking to sell print-on-demand designs or, really anything, just graphic packs, any type of graphic pack. I mean, there's 50 editable Canva planners here. Remember I mentioned planners? You get 50 editable ones. And you can create those actually pretty quick. They're selling for $1.99, right? I mean, they're not paying a whole lot for these. So, I don't expect that you'll make a whole lot of money from these, but you could actually make a decent amount of money and build out your brand, find out what people are wanting to buy because they have a lot of buyers here. And essentially the way it works is you can get yearly access for $4.99 as a buyer, right? If I wanted to go buy some graphics here, which I have done for my companies, you get this $4.99 a month membership, or $60 a year or whatever. And you could go download unlimited designs. And the cool thing about that is, you might think, okay, well, how do I make a whole lot of money off of this if people are just going to be able to go buy it or go get it for free off this membership? You don't really, but you get to learn what people like. So you could throw a bunch of stuff onto Creative Fabrica, and the stuff that's getting downloaded a lot, if you're getting a lot of downloads on something, then what you'll want to do is take those and sell them somewhere else, okay? Or create some more products that are very similar, or mention your website so that they go search for your website, or whatever it is. A lot of strategies to take seller or buyers over to where you're selling. So Creative Fabrica is good for that. Don't expect to get rich here, but do expect to learn a lot and get your designs out there to the world. All right. And then there's Envato. They've been around for decades, probably like 2 decades now, in technology and just user to user marketplace type stuff. And so over 2 million customers while doing what you love. They have 2 million people, I guess is what they're claiming, that come here and shop, or whatever. But what can you sell? We can sell all of these different things. We're really thinking about design assets, maybe even some stock photos, because you could create stock type photos using AI as well. So that might be a good one: stock photos or design assets. Those are going to be the main ones that you're going to want to create. You can become an Envato author, and yeah, make use of this one. I wouldn't say that this is, your go-to, but I would definitely say that if you want to get listed on a lot of websites that have a lot of buyers, this would be one that you want to get listed on. Okay. And the more places you get your brand listed, right? If you have your brand is Susie's Simple, sketches or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. Susie's Simple Sketches, right? That's your brand. If you set up a Shopify store, get all your SEO right on there, and then you do the same thing on Etsy, and you do the same thing over on Gumroad and Envato and Amazon Merch. You do all the same stuff, getting the SEO right on all of them. You're going to build up a real brand with all of those backlinks and all going back to your main website, if they allow that to go back to your main website. But just the brand name getting out there. I mean, when somebody searches your brand name, Susie's Simple Sketches, or whatever we said it was, when they do a Google search, they'll see that name everywhere, and they'll be like, okay, these people are trusted. They'll see reviews everywhere. They'll be like, okay, I trust this brand. I'm going to buy more from them. And if you have discounts and cool stuff, perks on your website, on your Shopify store, typically they'll buy from there versus over on Etsy or anywhere else, because they want those special perks. And they only do that because they see you everywhere else. If you just had your Shopify store, there'd be a lack of trust, but because they see you everywhere else with reviews everywhere else, they're more likely to go buy directly from your brand, because they want to build that relationship with you. They trust you at that point. Okay. So that's it for selling platforms. I would like you to just really look at each one of these and get to know each one of them and start thinking about which type of products and which type of platforms you want to start selling on. Okay. See you in the next video.